Welcome back, our viewer, to Faraja Swift Chat with me, Jeffries, and Coach Abby. Yes, our award-winning life coach. Yeah, we are celebrating, and I'll still congratulate you.
Thank you.
Yes, so you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
As we continue with our topic, I want to shout out where we are. This is Hill Court Resort and Spa around section 58 in Nakuru town. Ijalishi uko Nairobi, uko LD, uko Ushago. You want to come to Nakuru and you don't know a place where you can go? Welcome to Hill Court Resort and Spa. Here all the services are top notch. We delve back into our topic, Abby. We are dealing with healing, forgiveness, and compassion.
True.
And we know the society needs it.
Yeah.
So I'll invite our viewer, interact with us in all ways possible. All our social media handles are open. And also our SMS and WhatsApp number, it's open. Welcome. Share your comments. Share your ideas. We will use them in all our episodes. So when we went for a commercial break, we wanted to tackle this question. Abby, most of us carry these wounds and unforgiveness for the longest time. Years, decades, however much we want. Yet we know that healing is very necessary.
Yeah.
Why do so many of us carry these wounds for so long without addressing them?
It's because healing is not easy. Healing means you now want are forced or you decide to give attention to this hidden thing. This thing that you've been brushing away, or as we say, brushing under the carpet. And now facing it. You know, healing means I have to face my giants. I have to confront them. So let me use myself again as a demo. You know, this injury here.
Okay.
So it happened at night in the evening. I was cleaning, and so I slid and fell. Now I had the option of staying at home and just sitting there and do nothing about it. But then I also had the option of going to hospital. So what we did first aid. My husband did some little first aid, akaeka kaplast kidogo, and we went. So when we went there, I was bleeding, and now the doctor made me sit there, took the iodine, akapanguza, that thing, you know, it stings.
Yeah.
And so naona tu anatengeneza shindano.
Ooh, stitches.
Yeah, nashindwa.
Sorry.
Hii shindano inaenda wapi hapa? And the cleaning and all that. I remember when he brought the numbing needle, nikafanya hivi, akaniambia nataka nikushone bila kunumb that place. So I realized I have to be strong.
Yeah.
So I held my husband's hand as he injected, and it was painful.
Ole.
But then here I had, so my husband is like an example of the support I needed. And here is the doctor working on it. And I was there for some minutes as this teaching was going on. And that's what happens even in our emotional healing or whatever kind of healing we need. That this wound has to be exposed. Imagine if I decided ile ka plus tuliweka nikae hivyo. You know, that's where the wound inside begins to rot, starts oozing pus, and swells. And so instead of you addressing it so that you heal completely, and you know, by the time this will be removed, what I will have is a scar. I will definitely have a scar. But then the scar haitaniuma tena. It will just be there as a reminder that something happened. Maybe I will learn from it. Be careful next time you're walking on a slippery floor. So healing demands from us to go through it. Ask anyone who has gone to a therapy for the first time or coaching. During my coaching period, I cried. It was not easy. And so people cry, it brings it out, like it takes you back to those emotions that you felt when the harm was happening. And so people run away from that. But it's very necessary for you to go through the whole process so that you're able to heal and get to the other side where you don't, it doesn't trigger any emotion, any negative emotions in you. We are taught to survive. We were not taught to heal. We were taught to survive. Ukipata shida, watu wanakuambia, Jeffrey, you're a strong woman. Now, I normally say that strong woman title, ditch it.
Yeah.
Go for your healing. Like, you've lost a loved one. People don't go for healing. People don't go for therapy, counseling. And then 4 years down the line, you're hurting. And then, Jeffrey's, the problem is when you don't heal, the people who never offended you are the ones who pay. Your children begin to pay. Your spouse pays. Sometimes you pay through your own health and what you go through. So the people who never offended you, they are the ones you'll be shouting at. They are the ones you will be hitting so hard. Mtoto unachapa mtoto, kumbe ni baba yake unachapa. Unachapa mtoto, mtoto anakuuliza,
ni makosa ya sahi kweli.
I mean, I just didn't clean the dishes. You're hitting me like a snake. What's happening? Kumbe sio mtoto unachapa. Unachapa baba yake, unachapa uncle yake.
Wote wamechanganyikana.
Wote umewaweka wote, you know, in that child. So why would you let your loved ones, the innocent, suffer for what they didn't do? And the only way out is to go through that healing. So people don't go through it because it's not easy. But then it's necessary to go through it. So I would tell anyone, just choose that path. It's not easy, but it's necessary.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some of us, there is a position we find ourselves in. And when I'm saying some of us, I'm also talking on behalf of our viewer. Most of the people who cause pain to us, Abby, are the closest people. Someone you live with in the house, someone who is so family to you, someone who is your best friend, someone who is so close even in the office. They hurt us and offend us in a way that how could imagine. Now, Abby, at some point until you feel, I think I just nitakata tu uhusiano. Instead of niseme we repair or we try to talk, because unaweza kuwa mnafanyanga repair and one person is so intentional that this place will never have peace. In you want those repairs na umekubali severally umefanya those repairs. But there is one among you mwenye amejiambia hamtai kuwa na hiyo peace. So kuna vile huwa na trigger. So ni kama mnaombananga msamaha mbele na nyuma. Abi, most homes are in that position. Most people are in that position. What do you do? Because utajipata umejenga ukuta, unajenga boundary, una harden. Some things happen, it's like you don't see. How do you address us? Because most of us in that shoe.
I get it. There are things that happen. It made me remember Joyce Meyer. Joyce Meyer says the father used to abuse her all the time, sexually. She has said it in public. And so she hated him. And she was just longing for the time she will be an adult to leave that home. And even when the dad was sick, and she felt like God was speaking to her to help the dad, she rebuked the devil. And said, that can't be God. That is the devil. And then called the husband, what do you think about this? Then the husband said, she was just hoping husband atakata. The husband says, if you heard from God, do it. And so she had to buy a home for the parents. This man who abused her all the time. And then she jokes and says, you know, I hoped I just thought, they're aging, they will die. But there is long life in my bloodline. Those people lived. They just continued
You cannot
living.
dictate one's life.
So she took care of them for several years. But over time, the father now, for years, now in his 80s, that's when he called her for the first time, crying to say sorry. And they reconciled. But you see, when it's too late. So people can hurt you. This is your father. He's supposed to protect
you.
But then he's the one abusing you. This is your, you know, for us women, when we go into marriage, we love with all our beings. Then infidelity happens. You don't know how to handle it. You feel destroyed. Your self-worth is gone. And now you're talking about walls.
Or you find he's physically abusive.
Yes.
Or even verbally. Kuna mtu anaweza kutukananga mpaka you like, hey, are you coached?
There are cases that you have to step out. There are cases like if it's in marriage, you'll be advised here, separation is good for you. You need to take care of yourself. Self-care. You need to love yourself. You can't be there like women who say, I'm living for my children. You will live for your children and you are dying inside.
Lose yourself, yeah.
So separation can happen in adverse cases. But we can draw boundaries. You can heal and draw boundaries. Now, boundaries are different from walls. You know, stone walling, where you just put up a wall. Healing leads you on a journey where you can heal and do constructive boundaries, but not walls. Somebody offends you, you can still look at them through the lens of love, but you have drawn a line that mimi na wewe tunafikishana hapa. Because when you put up a wall, then something in you still is offended or hates them, then you are not healed. It's still inside you. It might just be waiting for the right time to be triggered. So I would say go through the healing journey, then learn to create boundaries. And when it comes to the worst, sometimes loving people from a distance, that's an option also. That ninakupenda, but wacha tupatane, you know, from a distance. Because then, when you come into my space, you're not safe. You're dangerous. You know, there are people, if you keep allowing them into your space, then even your mental health or your health, like generally, is affected. So there are different ways of handling this, but at the end of the day, make sure inside you, you are healed.
So, for example, umesema someone who erects a wall, hajapona. Na kuna ule ana harden. Abi, me I want us to be real enough to save someone. Kuna watu wameumizwa mpaka wameharden.
You see, the problem with hardening, you may not just harden to that person. You will harden to others also who have not offended you. Like say it's a woman. Sasa unaona wanaume wote ni wabaya. It's a man. Wanawake wote ni wabaya. Because you didn't heal and separate this person from every other woman, from every other man, from every other situation. Hardening is not a solution. You know, when you're able to, when you heal, you forgive and heal, you're able to be that authentic you who sees this person as God's child who offended you. But then this is a person I need to love, but from a distance. Now, that is not creating a wall. Because a wall ni ile, like they don't exist. Umewafuta, you have erased them completely.
They exist in another world where I am not.
Yes. But what about that day that you're forced to meet in a certain place? What about that day when life forces you to interact in a certain way? How then will you handle it? So healing makes you be able to see them through the lens of forgiveness, through the lens of love, but then with clear boundaries. Yes.
Wow. Our viewer, I don't know which position you are at, for sure. May I don't know how far you've gone with this healing process, but as we're really hearing it from our life coach, I think we all need healing. At some point, we feel blocking, raising walls, boundaries is all we need. But I think we need to face the demon itself and just heal, right?
Like the Maasai's face a lion and it runs away in our chia nyama. Sometimes that's how we have to face our own lions. You have to just face them, and that's where they diminish.
In your own line as a life coach, what are these signs you can tell us that you look at someone and you know that this person needs healing, even though they don't realize they need it? Yes.
A person who is easily triggered, you know, like we have said, mtoto amekukosea, you know, it's a small error, but the way you erupt, like somebody was telling me, the mother, watoto wakimkosa, she locks them outside at night, the whole night. Yet maybe it's just something small that they did. That woman definitely needs healing. Something is wrong.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
You feel stuck. You try to progress, you feel stuck. You see, when we talked about mindset, we said your outside world is a reflection of your inner world. If your inner world is in turmoil, money will be problems, everything else will be problems. I can tell you for sure, when I forgive, even financial breakthroughs began coming for me. It's like a new page opened totally in my life. Things I never thought I would do, I was now able to see them. So you get to this place that you now begin to see things clearly, you have clarity. So this person who is feeling stuck, feeling triggered, numbness, you're just feeling numb. We talked about this when we were talking about trauma.
Yeah.
You feel like you are dissociated from the world, like the world is iko kando na wewe uko kando, and among others. Those are the signs that you need healing. Something is wrong, and actually you can tell it from inside. Something is not right.
Yeah. Is it possible to heal, forgive and forget?
I always say you can forget, but not always. I mean, if you kill my father, for example, will I forget that you did?
No.
But I can forgive
Whenever
you.
a name father is mentioned, you
Yes.
remember that face.
Whenever I see somebody who looks like you, I can remember. Yeah, so it's possible to forgive and not forget. The difference is when you remember, it no longer triggers you. You can even talk about it. You can talk about what happened, and it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't pain you anywhere. So it's possible. Yeah.
You forgive and you forget about it.
Because again, remember when we forgive, we learn from the lessons. Those lessons that we pick from whatever happened. So we can't say we forgot. I may not forget what somebody did against me. The only thing is that when I see them, it doesn't trigger me anymore. When I think about it, it doesn't trigger me anymore. I picked the lessons and I moved on. But that is completely behind me. Yeah.
What do you have to say to someone who feels forgiving someone is letting them off the hook? Hata kuwa na ile kakitu poke nako, you did this.
Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah, you know, most of the time we want them to pay. We want them to pay for what they did. We feel like they deserve to pay because they have taken you through pain. So, but forgiving is not letting someone off the hook. It's actually letting yourself off the hook. Remember, we have said you are now denying these people aren't free space in your heart and in your head. You are stopping taking the poison, expecting them to die. So it's you who is letting go. You're choosing to release it, to let go and to be free. It's like freedom, freedom from chains. That I've seen so many demonstrations of people who have not forgiven. So wanaekwa wamebeba kirok, uko nyuma kimeandikwa so many things.
Yeah.
It's like now you're cutting that chain and you're breaking free. So it's freedom for you. It's not really that these people, the people may not even pay. It's, you know, it's like you are stopping that expectation that they have to pay. You let God deal with them the way He will, and you move on with your own life.
Abby, what is the psychology behind the people who offend others? Especially the ones who repeat it, like they'll do it again, they'll do it. What is the psychology behind them? Because sometimes unaona ni kama wenyewe pia wana shida yao, ndio huwa wanajaribu kukuambukiza, ama pia wao wana shida zijapona. What is the psychology behind?
Hurt people hurt others. When people are hurting you, most of the time they're operating from a hurt space. There's an exercise I do, for example, with my clients. When somebody is going through something, unforgiveness with a person, we try to look at that other person, especially when it's parents. So I asked the person, how did your father live? What did your father go through? So when we look at it, you see that this person came from a hard space. Maybe if, for example, your father was drinking, coming home drunk, so that's what he knew best. So he's likely to repeat it. So these people are not hurting you because it's about you. It's about them. We talked about this with one of my clients, and it was such a breakthrough for her. When somebody is hurting you, it's not about you. It's about this other person. I read a book that changed how I see people's mistakes completely. The book said, don't take it personally. It's titled The 4 Agreements, and one agreement is don't take it personally. Because when you're doing what you're doing it because it's making you happy.
Yeah.
So it's not really that I'm going to do this. For some people, yes, it happens. I'm going to do this to hurt Jeffries. But other people, they are just living their own lives, their own dream, their own world. But then it hurts you. The unfortunate thing is that you're caught in the middle. But most of the time, it's about them. So when you look at it and say, this person ananikosea lakini ni yeye ako na shida, not really anataka kuniumiza, when you change the way of looking at it, it begins to give you an angle from which you can heal easily. Yeah.
Now, maybe if I can ask, must someone forgive in order to heal?
Remember, that's what my coach asked me, that, Abby, do you want to forgive? And I said, no. And then she asked a series of questions and then asked, do you think you can heal without forgiving? Thinking about it, I thought, no, it's not possible. You know, forgiveness, it's like now is when you have decided, I am letting go. I am cleaning this wound. I'm removing every dirt, everything inside. Kama ni mwiba iko hapa ndani, tuchimbe, tutoe. Now that's the painful process. But then once it's done, the only thing that remains is a scar. So you'd rather forgive and be left with a scar than cover the wound, cover your mwiba pale ndani. You know, imagine covering a wound that has something inside. Then it can even kill, it can be fatal. So what you need to do is to let go. And by letting go, letting God, deciding that, and again, Jeffries, whatever happens in our lives, at the end of the day, it happens for us. With time, you come to realize that whatever God allowed me to go through was for me. It was not against me. It was not meant to destroy me. Like for me, maybe I wouldn't have been the coach that I am today. So when you get there, you realize, it was for a purpose. Then you let go. So choosing the path of forgiveness is the quickest way to healing. It is not easy, but it's the best way. Yeah.
I want you to face that camera and address our viewer. Mtu mwenye amekosewa, ameshikilia hayo makosa, na amekataa kujiponya hata yeye mwenyewe. They've not addressed it, na they don't want to address it, and they don't want to heal. Maybe in the same space where you are. Ukaambia coach, mimi sitaki kupona. Angalia huyo mtu, mwambie sahi what they are supposed to do.
You're there. You have struggled with pain something hurt you, somebody hurt you, and you're still holding on to the pain, and you know it's eating you from inside. My word to you is like that, just like me, it will do you a lot of good for you to let go, for you to choose forgiveness. So what you need to do is ask yourself, what exactly am I going through? Admit that you have a problem. Tell yourself, I need healing. You know, as we always say, awareness. And then make that choice. Healing is a choice that you have to make. But then it's for your own freedom. It's not for the other person. It's for your own sake. And so when you choose that path, you're choosing yourself. You're taking back your power. When people trigger you all the time, what you've done, you've given them power. You've given your power over to them. They are now seated behind the car, the wheel of your car. They are driving you wherever they say. If they say get angry today, you're angry. If they say get mad today, you're mad. Why would you let anyone have such power over you? Choose yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself. Like me, who had acne, it healed. I had sores on my body, it healed. Who knows what freedom, financial freedom, and all the freedom that you need, maybe it's tagged to that healing and that forgiveness that you need. So choose to heal, choose to let go. It's for your sake. It's not for the other person, it's for your sake. Yeah.
Then for the sake of our viewer who would want to walk this journey with someone, they say, I have carried this burden for the longest time, and it is the high time I let go of it. Maybe they'll want someone to walk the journey with them. Please give our viewers your handles and also your phone number, and maybe somewhere they can get you so that they can walk this journey with you.
You know, before I forget, behind this prop of mine, disease, is healed. You know, I hope you see it, that now we want to leave our dis-ease and go to the place where we are at ease. Right now, I am at ease. When I think of the person or the people who had offended me, it doesn't hurt me anymore because I'm at ease. I can even meet them, shake hands, hug them, even say, thank you for what you did. What you did made me who I am today, and I'm grateful.
Wow.
So to reach me, you can reach me on my YouTube channel, Coach Blessed Abby, Instagram, Coach Blessed Abby, TikTok, Coach Blessed Abby, and Facebook, it's either Blessed Abby or Abby's Holistic Wellness Hub. And so through those channels, you can reach me. My phone number, 0781 248 284. Let's walk that journey together. Let's work on your healing, because as I say, you heal, you evolve, and you rise.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, and that is the best. I want to congratulate you and thank you again for gracing our episodes.
Thank you.
And our viewer, I'll urge you, thank you for following our episodes also. Thank you for following our program, that is Faraja Swift Chat. We welcome your opinion. We welcome all your ideas. It's our purpose, our goal on these chairs is to see a change in the society. And that is why we sacrifice this much just to talk about these issues. We know they are the ones that are affecting the society. And that is why there is no cohesion. You find people are fighting all over. You find people, watu wajatulia. So we are seeking you to live, sijui tutaitoa wapi. And you are in safe hands with her. You're in the safe hands. So I'll urge you, if you feel you need to walk a journey with someone, she's here, she's given her handles. Please follow and reach out to her. Yes, celebrate with us. She's an award winning. Hii wiki imekuwa mzuri. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, it means we are doing something, Abby. And I congratulate you tena na tena.
Actually, you're worthy of that award too, and much more.
Tena na tena. I know ukiipata, nimepata.
Yeah, this show reaches so many people. I hear it out there.
Yeah. Unaniambianga. Me, I'm happy for you. And I said, maua yako pewa, ungali hai. Because Abby, the cause you've chosen, hii mwendo unatembea na unatembeza watu, that is humanity in itself.
Thank you.
Because we said, if you're okay, I'm not okay, you're not in a safe space. The goal is always be in a safe space.
Yeah.
So our viewer, thank you for following all these episodes. Reach out whenever you need help, and someone will reach out to you. As I've said, when we were in the middle of this episode, this beautiful space you see here, this is Hillcourt Resort and Spa, around section 58 in Nakuru County. Karibu sana Nakuru town. You want a safe space, you want an ambience that is so quiet, you want to cool off from maybe hard work, or you want just to relax, unataka hiyo massage, wako nayo. By the way, they have that massage you want. You want good meal, they have. Tembea tu. You need a conference hall, come, they have. So from us, myself and Coach Blessed Abby, we want to say goodbye from this episode, though we are still on these chairs for the good of everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.